What's up, everybody? Jill here, Nate here.
What's happening?
It has been a rainy, hot mess in Arkansas all week. I mean, it has just been the nastiest weather. But I did have a few hours yesterday where I could go and harvest flowers. We had one of our biggest deliveries to date. We had so many flowers go out the door. Thankfully, we caught it at the right time. We had a few hours without any rain. But another thing that I was able to harvest were our first cukes of the season. So Nathan has got a massive half-gallon jar, mainly because we don't have enough fermenting lids. So if you guys know, or you caught the vlog, goodness, last week we fermented kohlrabi. It's still not quite ready, but doing great. So we only have one lid left. We just need to order some more. So we're gonna do a big half gallon of these pickles. But I do want to take you guys down to the tunnel, show you guys, harvest them with you. The tunnel absolutely blew up when we came back home from the festival. So I haven't even really been able to take you out there and show you yet.
I haven't seen it in a couple days.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Looks like we have a slight break in the rain, or maybe it's just a light drizzle.
It's a light drizzle.
Yeah, so I got the GoPro so it can get wet. I don't have to worry about it.
Let's do this.
But you want to stuff these real quick, or are you going to let the water cool while we go down there?
Let's let the water cool, because
Okay.
I need to put garlic and all that first.
Sure. So if you guys want to know the recipe that we're using, I will link the other vlog in here so you guys can see it. I need to grab my pruners real quick. We'll head down there. Rain, go away. It's so gross. I left my pruners in the car. Ooh. These are the best pruners, by the way. I bought them from Floret. They were about, I don't know, 35 bucks. And trust me, I've gone through a lot of pruners in my time being a gardener. And they really are the best. So, as you can tell, I'm getting rained on. And I chose the wrong shoes to run in, but we're gonna make a beeline. Where's Nathan? Oh, he's coming. He was a lot slower than I was. Good Lord. Look at the tunnel. All right, babe, I'm waiting on your first reaction.
It's beautiful in here.
Look at
My
this.
gosh, look at these peppers.
Look at these peppers, you guys. These are Carmen. They're a sweet pepper. They're actually gonna turn. Oh, so they're not ready yet.
They're not ready?
They're not ready. They're gonna turn like a yellow and an orange. Our eggplants. But you guys, check out the cucumbers.
Yeah, buddy.
So I showed you guys these not that long ago. And as you can tell, I mean, we're getting high up. So what I keep doing is I'm just taking this and wrapping it around this jute twine. And this is how we're trellising them. And it's working perfectly. But this is really ideal size for us. This is okay. So like what we like to do is when we go to the store, we're buying those little muncher cucumbers, and that's what we prefer. And so really that's what these are, is we're gonna harvest them. Hey, I've got my pruners right over there, babe. We're gonna harvest them at those small sizes. This is called Katrina. It is a variety from Johnny Seeds. I really, really love it. Like I said, you can wait and let it get to the size of an English cucumber, but it is considered a muncher cucumber, and we prefer to harvest it when it's smaller. And what we're doing, and I talked about this recently on my Instagram, is we're succession planting. So now that this has got its first wave of fruit, I am starting my next round of cucumbers. And by the time those get ready to transplant out, these will be like wrapping up, and so we'll plant those in another part of the tunnel. And we're just going to keep that succession going. So I know a lot of people, you know, and especially me as a beginner gardener, I would start my seeds inside in January, February. I'd put them outside as soon as I was clear of my first frost, which was usually the 1st or middle of April. And then I didn't grow again until the following year. And I didn't realize like how much you could grow throughout the fall and the winter. I also didn't realize just how much you could succession sow throughout the season. And over the last few years, I've really just honed into this approach. That's primarily the only way I'm growing is succession planting. We're doing this with our root crops. We're doing this with our cucumbers, with our eggplants, with our peppers, with our tomatoes. So we're about to be starting another round of tomatoes pretty soon. And we'll have a fall round for paste, sauces, things like that. So
I do want to point something out.
Yeah.
That I don't even know if you know this. So on the cucumbers here,
yeah,
I want you to show them the difference in the height that these have gotten versus the ones on the end.
Okay.
See how much smaller the ones on the end?
Okay.
So I've been doing some trials with a company we'll talk about real soon.
Oh, and you didn't test the ones on the end? Dang! Yeah. Okay, so these, I didn't realize that. So these are massive. I'm officially having to use a ladder to clip my tomatoes. But yeah, so this one and this one, Nathan didn't treat with this prebiotic amendment, and we did those. So dang, babe.
I've got lots of little
spots like that.
Spots like this that we've been just collecting data. We're going to share all this with you guys very soon. So, but just look at the difference.
Yeah, I mean, massive difference. That's crazy.
Even the ones right here on the end that may have gotten some, but they're still not as tall as the ones over there. So
that's wild. So the tomatoes are massive. Do a little quick run through, show you all. Lots of fruit coming on. I mean, even with us cutting blossoms, we still have, like, it's still bending. So just so much fruit. So tall already. We do have cherry tomatoes starting to turn. Ooh, this one's actually probably ready. Yeah. Isn't that the worst? Stinking caterpillars. Yeah, so look at these. It's kind of early. I'll go give it to Nate. But yeah, here's my ladder. So I just climb up here to clip and trellis, and it works out pretty nicely. I know a lot of market farmers who use like stilts and stuff. You guys, even if you don't know me well, you do know I am not that skilled.
You're not getting me on stilts either.
Not getting Nathan on them. All right, first cherry tomato. It's a little underripe. Oh my gosh, that just shot all the way on me.
It's perfect. Doesn't even need salt.
Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That one had a little caterpillar. You got to compete with the caterpillar. So I did want to show you guys this too. These are our Clancy seed potatoes. These are a trial that we're doing. I've tried to grow these for 2 years. This is the first time I've had any success, and they are starting to come up. So we'll see if they do anything. We've got our bushy peppers that we did not trellis or prune that are doing pretty good. I do have some aphid damage, as you can see. So quite a bit of aphid damage. And what I am doing for that is a product called BT. I'll find it and link it below. The kind I buy, you just attach it to your water hose. And so I can come out here and literally just spray it on the plants. It works really well. I use Dipel dust for my tomatoes, which I've only had a couple that have got some damage. But Dipel dust and BT, if I am treating, are the only things that I'm using. It works really well. I find the best form of that is just, you know, do it often when you see it. Keep hands on your plants. That's usually a really good way to stay on top of things. Wait, where are you going?
I'm ready to start making pickles.
I cannot get over these peppers.
I want to ferment some of these.
Look, your shirt says, I don't chase rainbows, I eat them.
Yep.
Which we are working on shirts right now. We met a beautiful couple at the Homesteading Festival. And so we are going to be cranking out some shirts in the next probably week or so. Yeah. And this is going to be one of them. There's going to be available in a t-shirt and a tank top. So y'all stay tuned for that. Bye, Tunnel. All right, now we got to like jolt again. Our sunnies, loving the rain. So yeah, I came back home. Everything was just wild. Same with the raised bed garden. Our center cut squash, which was that cross between a tromboncino and a zucchini, is starting to put on a lot of little squash babies. It's looking great. We have our heirloom tomatoes out in the raised bed that need some some pruning and some trellising, but they're starting to put on fruit, which is exciting. Our green beans have reached the top of the trellis. Our okra has lots of little okras. So you guys, we're really excited. It's been such a mild summer so far. We've had way more rain than we've ever had in the past, or at least the past 3 years. And then it's still pretty chilly compared to previous years too, which has been really nice because I've been able to just kind of get things out slowly, keep them on a succession, and really just not wear myself out in the process of growing the garden this year. Yeah, so these size right here are perfect.
Yeah.
This one would be good just to like slice up and eat, but like this, just take that, dip it in some hummus.
Yeah, buddy.
Super good. So what you got in there? Garlic?
Garlic. Can't have too much garlic.
Dill. Pickling spice. We got some canning salt today, which is mixed up in some water over there. And you've just kind of speared them, huh? Cut them in half and speared them?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that we harvested today for the first time was our blackberries. I harvested 2 a little underripe, which I could have waited a little bit longer. And then, you want to say hi?
I want to see that.
Oh, you want to see them? Well, they're not quite ready to eat yet. You could try. It might be a little tart. What you think?
Good.
Good? You want the rest of it?
I got 2.
Okay. So what did you think about the blackberries today, babe?
They were fantastic.
They were fantastic. So the blackberries were good today?
Oh, they were so good.
Tart or sweet or what?
Kind of an in-between. Like,
Yeah.
it probably could have sat a couple more days,
Mama.
but
I've been told when they become dull, that's when they're ready. These were still a little bit shiny, but I was just so eager to pick them so you could try them.
I'm glad you picked them.
Yeah, so we'll be having those cranked out pretty soon. And then another big thing that we did this week, I feel like we've just been full steam getting all the things done. So we had our first harvest of eucalyptus, which felt really good. Eucalyptus is really profitable for us. We started it from cuttings last fall. Had it in grow bags. It's been in grow bags in the tunnel all winter. It's doing great. We've cut off of it. We've saved some from us. We'll take cuttings to make more plants. And so that was a new thing for me that I've never grown before, but I will say, I think it's one of my favorite things flower-wise that I have grown.
Smells really good.
Yeah, it smells so good. I'm putting it in the shower. All right, so you're just stuffing them in.
I'm stuffing them in.
I wouldn't mind having a couple for us just to eat. Yeah, oh, that's what that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
June, here, you want some? Take a bite. What'd you think, girlfriend? Uh-huh.
What is that?
The camera?
Fish.
Take a bite. Is it good?
Oh, Mama.
What? Chew that up first, okay? Whoa. These are so good.
So good.
It's so crazy though. Like I don't have salt on it or anything,
Mama.
which is. You want another bite? Which is, I prefer my cucumbers with a little salt and pepper. By hard, these are so mild. Good job.
These are super tender.
Yeah, and
Like crisp.
they're crisp but tender. Another tip that I didn't give on the last fermenting vlog is that even if you're canning, this is something we learned. We used to can pickles all the time, and we'd get those soggy pickles, and there's nothing more discouraging than spending time on growing the cucumbers, buying all the supplies, and then having a soggy cucumber. The key to that is whatever your brine that you're making, however you're choosing to preserve it, make sure it's completely cooled to room temperature. That is kind of the deal breaker when it comes to crispy
It's one of them
ferments.
for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them. Any other tips? So we are actually working on a fermenting course right now. I have been planning this, gosh, since the beginning of the year, and in preparing and planning for that was a lot of what we were going to be growing this year. So we're growing a lot of root crops, doing a lot of succession for that to be able to have the content, something that a lot of people have asked us about. And really Nathan and I have just educated ourselves a lot. There's a lot of great health benefits to fermenting your food for your gut health, which is something that we're always aware of. It's a good way to kind of get ferments into your kids' diets as well. So we will be talking about that a lot more in depth. Obviously, we'll still be doing free content on our YouTube. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. A little Himalayan pink salt.
Okay. Can I bite? Oh, that one's crispy. Y'all, I love food so much. You want to tell them about the date you planned for us? Our viewers care about this stuff. This is just a family vlog anyways.
So, I follow this person on Instagram, and her page is called Eating with Jess, Jess. And I'm envious because she goes to all these restaurants that I've never heard of and eats this fantastic food. Well,
all local to us, we should say.
All local to us, yes.
Arkansas area, local to the Arkansas area.
So I reached out to her. I didn't know if I should or not because I didn't want to seem like a creeper, right? But I reached out and I said, hey, is there any way I could pay you or buy your dinner or whatever if you would take my wife and I to eat at some of these restaurants, like several restaurants throughout the night. Appetizer one place, dinner at another, dessert somewhere else. And she said yes. And so like I'm super excited. Yeah. We're going next Friday. I don't know where yet. She is going to let me know later where to be, where to meet. And so her and her husband or her and her boyfriend or partner, whoever it is, essentially we're double dating, but she's calling it a food crawl. So we're going to hit up all these different restaurants, try all these different foods. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. He told me last night, he's like, I have a surprise for you. And I was like, okay. And then he kept hinting and I could tell he wanted me to like ask him what the surprise was. And I was like, do you want it to be a surprise or do you want me to know? And he's like, I kind of really want to tell you.
I know normally I like, throwing it out there that I have a surprise or something like that and then torturing her until it's time to give it. But I was so excited about this, I had to tell you.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. Excited. Yes, we're excited about that. Any other updates we have? Gosh, I feel like it has been a whirlwind between the conference, between just so much stuff. Like something that we get asked about a lot, not so much on YouTube as Instagram, but like what are we selling? What does our business look like? And so, you guys know, because you all started this journey with us, is we sold produce for a couple years to local farm-to-table restaurants. We'd have harvesting on Thursdays, delivering Friday morning so they could have them for, their weekend menu. Then we transitioned out of that. But in the last 2 years, we've really transitioned heavy into cut flowers. And so that looks like harvesting twice a week, delivering twice a week. We have like a surplus of blooms right now. Everything that we got in early spring or overwintered is just really cranking out. And so we've just been super, super busy. And I'm trying to find that balance of like stopping and bringing you guys along for it. And then also being efficient with my time and the guys that we've had helping us throughout the summer. And so it's been kind of hard. I'm trying to figure that out. But we are selling. We are very much so like running a business in that way. We still have the online shop. Obviously, YouTube. We value you guys. And we love just hanging out with you, but I do feel like what it's probably going to look like is more just like, hey, come run in the rain with me and check out the tunnel, and this is what we're doing in the kitchen, just because the opportunities that I could teach you is I have to use my time efficiently to actually get it done. And especially with flowers, it's a bit different than produce in the sense that it needs to be harvested earlier in the morning or it starts to wilt, and then we need to get it in a either cool place or a cooler if we have it. So there's a few more challenges involved with growing and selling flowers than I had experienced with vegetables in the past. We are still going to crank out our video of our homesteading recap. This is just one we were able to kind of throw in between the crazy week that we had. But we do appreciate you guys. We love sharing our life with you.
I tell you, over the next couple of months, just with everything blooming and harvesting, lots of fermenting and probably freeze drying. I'm about to freeze dry the heck out of some things.
I know. Some people are asking, what are you doing with your pickles? We're keeping them to eat fresh. We're fermenting them. And then Nathan wants to experiment freeze drying them to see the texture and what that looks like.
Yeah, I just, we love pickles. We love cucumbers fresh. I want to see what freeze-dried cucumbers taste like. Yeah. As like a snack. Yeah. I'm probably not going to reconstitute them and do anything with them, but as just a snack. So we'll see.
Yeah. Show me those mussels.
I just want to make sure it doesn't.
What day are we on, do you think? I don't even remember. They do have these numbers on here, but when we went out of town, obviously I didn't move any of them. But we're just going to taste these and see how they taste. Ooh, I hear the crunch. Are they good?
So good.
Are they ready?
I think so. They have absorbed the flavor.
Have they?
Yeah.
And I kind of, as you guys can see, I mean, I was kind of heavy-handed with my deal.
I think you were heavy-handed. I think we need to go back and look when we did this. Because I think we need a little bit longer.
Yeah, we probably do.
The flavor is fantastic.
Yeah. Usually I let them sit 2 weeks, like 14 days. I know they haven't sat for 14 days.
We need that good bacteria in there.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so if you did not catch the fermenting video, we are using fermenting lids. These were sent to us by a viewer. It was called the Easy Fermenter Starter Kit. Highly recommend it. It comes with the weights. It comes with a thing to burp them.
You can find the weights.
If you can find the weights. If not, when we ferment these in our, we do sauerkraut in 5-gallon buckets. We usually do carrots, which we'll probably end up having to do with our cucumbers too. We put them in like 1 to 2 gallon buckets, and we just weight a baggie. So you can do that. You can take a baggie, fill it up with water. All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
See if I can do this.
Here's where the magic happens.
Stable hand.
Ooh. Look at there. So you guys can see the cucumbers aren't to the top. So if we were going to put the weight in there, we would definitely not put the water this high. Obviously, you can imagine what happens when you pop that weight in there. But since we don't have a weight, we did fill it up a bit higher, and that's totally fine.
It's my fault.
No, you're good. This is going to be our little fermenting corner.
Let's put this in the back.
Let's put this in the back. You know what? Actually, I have a chalk marker. I just need to write on here the dates.
That's a great idea.
I know. I'm full of them. Ooh, yeah.
Are they covered?
They're covered.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, the color is beautiful.
Sure.
Did so good. All right, guys, that's a wrap. We're about to cook dinner.
That's right.
And snuggle, which happens to be my favorite thing.
Oh, yeah? I'm about to cook lion's mane mushroom.
Oh, yeah.
From
Bloomsbury Farm. When we stopped, she let Nathan harvest a lion's mane, which it tastes like lobster. It's like, I was very impressed that she gave us the cream of the crop.
We're eating lobster tonight, baby.
We're eating lobster tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Like I mentioned, anything I mentioned in today's video, there'll be a link for it down in the description. Also, there is only 2 days left to order Nathan's Father's Day box. We partnered with Rabbit Ridge. It's Nathan's favorite selects of meats. And he kind of did this with Rabbit Ridge. It was a fun thing that he's offering, but there's only 2 days left to make sure it gets shipped to you in time.
What you get for your money, your man will be pleased, let me tell you.
Worth it. So thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.